guys, good Saturday morning. Thanks for tuning in for our update here. I'm Brandy Smith. We're just having a conversation about some of the big stories that you guys are clicking on and sharing. Chloe's over here. She's going to be watching for your comments. Our first story is, of course, going to be about this explosion in Northwest Houston that leveled a warehouse and killed 2 people yesterday morning. If you have questions, let us know. We're working to, do as many stories as we can answering those questions for you. So pose them down below. I possibly have an answer now. We don't have a lot of answers though, just to preface that. But diving right in, the video is just breathtaking. That warehouse at Watson Grinding and Manufacturing was leveled after that explosion about 4:30 yesterday morning. We know the names of the 2 men who passed away in that explosion. They are Frank Flores and Gerardo Castorena. The company released a statement last night. You can read that on khou.com. It says in part, quote, "Our hearts go out to the families and businesses impacted by this incident and to our community. At this time, our immediate concern is the safety and well-being of everyone in the area and our employees." So at this point, we don't know the cause of this explosion. Investigators are working to figure that out. We do know that there was a 2,000-gallon tank of propylene leaking, highly flammable gas. That's secured. So at this point, we haven't heard about any threats of a second explosion like we were about this time yesterday morning. We have a whole lot more background on Watson Grinding on khou.com. Our investigators looked into records, fines, violations, all of that. If you want to read more, there's so much information online, including about how you can help. The other thing we're seeing starting to come out, we saw a little bit of it yesterday morning, surveillance video from homes in the area. And I want to show you a video that Brandy Peck showed with us. She went out to get some food she remembered she had in her car yesterday morning, and then this happened. We're going to listen to the whole thing. Walks out to her car, watch in the background. You see that explosion? She wasn't sure what happened. She says she's still a little sore and shaken, as anyone might be. But it just goes to show just the impact of that. We talked about it all day yesterday morning. A lot of folks felt this blast dozens of miles away, thinking it was an earthquake or a car crash outside or lightning hitting in their yard. But no, it was this blast at Watson Grinding in the 4500 block of Gessner. And it is incredible to see those pictures. So you think about how we felt, the impact miles and miles away. You can only imagine, right, the damage and devastation to homes closer to the blast site. Today, a lot of crews are out. I want to show the video of neighbors there, Chloe, if you can pull that up. Neighbors are out right now trying to do any repairs they can on their homes because it's dry now, but there's rain slated to move in this evening. And a lot of folks worry that if they don't get everything fixed and patched, that insurance won't cover water damage that they could incur. So it's been incredible. Melissa Correa was out there in the neighborhood this morning, just showing neighbors helping neighbors. We've seen Houstonians step up and help each other in incredible ways in the past, and this is just another example of that. If you want to help, if you want to volunteer, any of that, the area is closed off right now unless you live in the neighborhood because police are trying to keep a handle on traffic. Also, they're keeping an eye out for looters. So we have a number of resources where you can donate on khou.com if you're interested. But I do just want to stress that don't go to the area. It's already overwhelming, and first responders don't want looky-loos coming through and just clogging things up. So again, we have a ton of information on khou.com. We had team coverage yesterday, hours-long coverage, multiple different topics. So go to khou.com, or you can download our KHOU 11 mobile app. If we learn anything new today, if we get any updates from investigators, if we learn what the cause of this crash or the explosion was, we will share that with you. As soon as we get it, you can turn on breaking news notifications and we can pass that information along to you. I'm gonna move on now to some of the other stories that you guys are clicking on. But keep those questions coming in the comment section, because we'll go back to those once we kind of wrap all this up. Okay, so our next story is coming out of Phoenix. Actually, this is one of the top clickers on khou.com. You guys have a lot of interest in this. I want to introduce you to a woman named Hope Weber, who's facing a couple different charges right now. One's a misdemeanor for false emergency reporting. The other is felony making a false terrorism report. So here's what police say went down. She was scheduled to catch a flight at Phoenix Sky Harbor about 5 yesterday, wasn't allowed to board the plane, and got really upset about it. She allegedly made some comments that brought out the Phoenix bomb squad. That's not good. The plane was deboarded, the concourse was closed off. It caused a bunch of delays for the airport. Phoenix Sky Harbor is a pretty darn busy airport. So you can imagine the frustration of other travelers. You guys are clicking on this one though. Just a reminder of what not to do, I think. Sitting next to me, he's kind of hunkered over here. We want to get a look at your forecast. Hey, there he is.
Hi.
Yeah.
Just hiding off camera on your corner.
Chloe's adjusting the camera. Addison Green here to talk about your forecast. And as I said earlier, it's beautiful outside right now, but we're getting a disturbance in a few hours.
Yeah, unfortunately so. As you were talking about for the those areas that were impacted by the explosion, they have to get the tarps up, get the plywood up, because rain's going to come on in. It's going to make a mess of things, and not just for later on tonight, but also there's a few rain chances along the way in that 7-day forecast. So yeah, our heart goes out to everyone out that way being impacted. And
I think Chloe's trying to pull up the 7-day right now. She's clicking around over there.
Click,
She's aggressively clicking.
Is it on two?
It's on one. I think it starts off just a Sky camera.
I wish you guys could see how complex
It's
the
a big
computer
operation
that
right here.
Chloe's running, because essentially this is a little mini newscast. Ooh,
Okay, so
there we go.
Talk about how nice it is, Brandy. Look at that gorgeous conditions out there.
She's got a whole control room though over here, Addison, and she just pulled up the tower. So
One-man band right there, so to speak. So yeah, you can definitely see we do have that nice pretty view from our tower camera. Temperatures are in the upper 50s. It's comfortable, it's pleasant. Feel free to grab brunch on the patio perhaps, the plaza, lunch as well. We'll have great conditions throughout the rest of the day, even into the afternoon hours, where sunset is at 5:52 p.m. where we're going to watch mostly cloudy skies come our way, but the scattered showers will just be entering our vicinity, as you can see right here in your future track, where past the sunset hour, we just have very much cloudy conditions, especially south and west of the metro. But then over into the evening hours, so if you have any evening plans, you may want to pay attention. We have scattered showers pushing on in. Nothing heavy, nothing on the ends of being thunderstorm generic times. But nonetheless, we still have to work on the lookout for some heavy downpours, and you can certainly see it overnight, especially in places like Brazoria County, out towards Fort Bend County. You guys are going to get some heavy rain coming on down, and going over towards Galveston County as well. So Galveston Island, by the time we get towards sunrise tomorrow, a little past 7 o'clock, you'll have heavy torrential downpours, but in places like College Station, the skies are gradually clearing on out, and then we're going to watch that cold front push on out across our area, sweeping away that moisture. So for your day today, we're going to be watching that sunshine fade away with increasing cloud cover and that evening shower chance. Temperatures want to get to around 65 degrees. Tonight, isolated scattered showers with maybe some isolated scattered thunderstorms embedded in there. Can't rule that out, but for the most part, it's just some moderate to heavy rain. And then looking through your 7-day forecast, you can certainly see those rain icons along the way, with a few breaks as we have some sun to shine on down. But temperature-wise, 60s and 70s, no big bouts of cold air. It's just the on and off rain pattern we're going to be dealing with, Brandy, unfortunately, through the next several days. So yeah, anybody that has to deal with anything outside, for instance, any cleanup concerns, hopefully you're able to get things wrapped up before the rain arrives.
And like I mentioned earlier, volunteers and neighbors are really jumping in to help. So that's That's heartwarming to see.
Yeah, absolutely. So everyone needs to pitch in. Like you said, Houstonians come together to help each other out, no matter what.
Absolutely. Stick around because I want you to take a look at this video that's coming out. Well, first it's a picture. Let's do the
see
picture
what you got.
first. Okay, obviously conditions a little different up in Washington. This is Sherman Pass along I-90 in Washington.
Yep.
And oh, what happened? Yeah. So see that like weird little black shape? Washington Department of Transportation tweeted this out going, I don't know, you think it's Sasquatch, it's a little weird looking.
It's
well, now
possible.
we've got this video. So this is further down I-90 at Snoqualmie Pass. And this is another tweet from Washington Department of Transportation saying, I think Bigfoot's making the rounds across our mountain passes. First we showed him on Sherman Pass the other day. Now he's in the wildlife overcrossing on I-90 just east of Snoqualmie Pass. So what do you think? I think that's a guy in a snowsuit.
That's gotta be. Come on.
But that first picture is a little weird. A lot of folks pointed out that it's probably just shadows, something like that. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, that's why some people were even saying that like someone photoshopped that guy in there. That's not really a person. I'm like, it's possible this day and age, but is it Bigfoot? Is he still out there?
I'm from the
Maybe.
Northwest. We really pride
See?
ourselves on thinking that Sasquatch has decided to set up shop in the forest up there. There is a lot of land he can hide on if
And
he's
he was-
up there. But let me know what you think.
I'm very curious to see what people are thinking about that because it's definitely going to get some conversation going.
Yeah, are you a believer? Do you believe in the Squatch? There's actually a Squatch. They call it the Squatch Fest
Squatch Fest, really?
happening this weekend
Where?
in the Seattle area.
Okay, go figure.
Yeah.
So have you been there before?
No,
Why not?
I'm not a believer.
Oh, you doubting Sasquatch?
I'm pretty sure I spent so much time in the woods as a kid. If there were a Sasquatch out there, I would have run into him or her or the fam, like
The whole family.
Yeah, I was
Well,
out there
little baby
building
Sasquatch.
forts and stuff. Yeah, so I don't know, but some people do. Some people believe.
It's possible, or it could just be some guy in a Sasquatch suit just playing one big game on us.
That's also true.
That's a good prank right there.
Our final story, you guys loved this when we shared news that it was going to open. Well, now Texas Tulips, this big tulip festival field, I should say, not festival, just south of San Antonio is open. It opened the other day. So it is in, hold on, Lavernia? I think Lavernia. Yes. It's open Monday through Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Only costs $5 to get in.
Can't beat that price.
And people are using this as like the Instagram hotspot, right?
Of course. You got to get the grand going.
Absolutely beautiful. So they also have a field near Dallas. This is the second one they've opened up. Yeah, people digging it, taking some awesome,
Very
awesome
colorful.
photos. We have
I
a
like
couple of these back home in Oregon, so I didn't think it was a huge deal, but people were really, really excited about it.
I mean, it's definitely bringing a lot of color out there, very much a spring teaser, so to speak. And you're like, let's get out there, let's enjoy being outdoors before it becomes too hot and humid.
So if you're looking for a weekend road trip, there you go. Head on over to Lavernia, which is, again, just south of San Antonio. That does it for my stories that we're talking about. Let me see if I can pull
people
up
have
some of your...
conversations going on right here.
Yeah, good morning to Sharon, Fabiola, Paula, Patricia, Sandra, David, and Maria. Well, I'm going through... Oh, and good morning, Chloe.
Chloe getting the shout out, see?
Anthony wants to know if Clay Road and Gessner is still closed. So the neighborhood around the plant is still closed to traffic. It's still an active scene because investigators are trying to figure out what caused the explosion. I think I may have mentioned this, but I may have glossed over it. I've talked about it so much today. Some of the homeowners have already filed lawsuits against Watson Grinding. Basically, they want a temporary restraining order to make sure that the company leaves all the evidence in place so that investigators can find everything
Absolutely.
that they
Makes
need.
sense. Take every precaution while you can.
Looking through. Marcus says no rain.
Sorry, Marcus.
Yeah.
I'm just the messenger. No, please don't send any bad tweets at me.
Oh, Gordy says you never finished the story about the lady in the airport. You stopped at the part where they got the bomb squad to the airport. Well,
Oh.
she's facing charges. She's facing a felony charge and a misdemeanor charge for false reporting, essentially. So, the end of the story is she got arrested, and she's facing those charges. So, don't make threats in an airport.
Yeah.
Is a good rule of thumb.
Kind of a bad idea to begin with. Why even think about that?
Yeah, not too many folks with questions. Really, they all just seem to revolve around. Uh-oh. Chloe, do you know about this? There's an audio issue.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I can't fix it. We're streaming.
Sorry
two
about
things
this,
at
Crystal.
once.
We have 2 streams going, and we cross the streams like you're not supposed to do according to Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters taught us never cross the streams.
Don't cross the streams
We break all the laws here.
unless you're trying to kill the Marshmallow Man.
Don't forget about Zool.
Yeah. Throwback there. So we'll wrap up because I don't want to interfere with that anymore. I know a lot of people are interested. The president's defense team is taking over right now. So I apologize for interrupting that for those of you who are watching the trial. We'll get back to that right now. Have a great day.
See ya.